Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Travis Semulin Sours, and we're doing something a little different today. We are doing a chaos draft, which is one of my favorite ways to play Magic. I don't record these very often, but we're going to start doing viewer drafts every Friday. So I think I'm going to try to record one of those for the YouTube drafts and maybe encourage you guys and gals to come draft with us. So Neheb is pretty good as just like a 4-mana 5/4 with trample. I don't hate just first picking that. Trustus Pegasus is also a very good Magic card, but this isn't quite Mythic power level, but it's pretty good. I also have fond memories of Domri's Ambush because that was my preview card for this set. And everybody screamed because it wasn't instant. And I was like, Ambush doesn't have anything to do with being fast. That's not what it means. It's unexpected. But yeah, I think I wanted to start with Neheb. Like, it's got some other text there, but mostly this is a super upgraded Borderland Minotaur. I don't feel compelled to play red because I opened it. But if we get past a couple more good red cards, we can talk. All right, so Lavabrink Adventurer was actually incredibly annoying in its own set. Because you could give it protection from even or odd, and then whichever was there, like, you just pick whichever one looks better for you on the board state, and all of that on a 3-mana 3/3. So I'm kind of tempted to just take that. I'm not quite sure what somebody picked over it. It was an uncommon. I could sort of see if General Brimley or whatever was in this. Taking that. Well, again, I'm going to try to figure out what's open in this draft based on color pair. So we've got a good card for red, a good card for white. We'll see what people are not taking. But if you're just watching this on YouTube and don't know what Chaos Draft is, it's where you get 8 players together, and instead of drafting everybody has 3 packs of Ikoria or everybody has 3 packs of Strixhaven, it's just random boosters. So you don't know what you're going to open. You don't know what you're going to get past. We opened War of the Spark, got past Ikoria, and now this is one of the Ravnica sets, although I can never remember which is which. It's kind of hard to figure out what we should be doing here, because none of these cards are particularly great. They're kind of just all okay. Daggercaster was all right. Goblin Gathering, not so good here. We could just take a Godless Shrine and have, you know, a dual land. So if we wanted to get into Mardu or if we wanted to get into Black-White, we could do that. I'm not seeing anything else here that particularly excites me. I suppose you could argue to take the Gateway Plaza, but I'm going to take a Godless Shrine and see where we go. Fixing's usually pretty good in these things. Because I still just don't have a compelling reason to be any color yet. If I get past like a decent removal spell, we can start talking about that. All right, this is a core set pack, and it also doesn't have a lot going for it. The Creeping Trailblazer was pretty hard to make work. I remember liking Sorcerer of the Fang a whole lot as a 2-drop that could, like, if the game went incredibly late, you could kill somebody with it. So this could be a start at like a Black-White deck. I also don't hate the Bird Grabber. If you get another flyer, it can be okay. There's more fixing for Black-White if we wanted to take that. It's mostly stinky. I agree with John. But maybe I just take the Scoured Barons and set myself up for like either Mardu or Black-White, or like get some indication of what's going on. Because I don't know what colors I'm supposed to be playing yet. Debtor's Transport is not a bad top-end creature. Watchful Giant also wasn't terrible. High Alert is interesting. So we could be doing like potentially Esper High Alert things. Because I could kind of build around that a little bit. Swirling Torment was also incredibly powerful at the top end. Like, if you think about it, this pack has a lot of stuff that would work with High Alert that we could potentially do. Right, because we'd probably wheel something here. I wonder how much I could build around that and make Esper High Alert work. It's another kind of stinky pack. I'm gonna give this a go. All right, the pirates look pretty good. I remember Queen's Bay Soldier being pretty mediocre because it's a 2-mana 2/2. The best card in this pack is the Marauding Looter, which doesn't really work with anything else that we have currently. But I'm okay to still stay a little bit open. Maybe we were blue-red the whole time. Because there were some good blue-red cards in that pack. It feels weird to get to, like, what is that, pick 6? And be like, maybe we're blue-red. And these packs are real bad. But that's kind of what you get when you do a Chaos draft. I could take the Meteorite and just try to play all the good cards I open. That probably puts us off of the High Alert plan. But we could basically try to be not green. I could also take Thrill of Possibility or like... Oh god, this is rough, man. Yeah, somebody brought bad packs to the Chaos draft. But I do actually think maybe blue-red is what we're supposed to be doing. Now, I don't have any instant or sorcery cards to go with it, which is pretty rough. But I kind of think we could. So I think I'm going to try to make blue-red work here with a bunch of 4-drops. Because this is the closest thing to a signal that I'm actually getting. I can see the argument for it. Oh man, none of these are particularly good, are they? Because I don't really need more 4s. We're probably not going to get more mass cards, and Samet Sprint is not particularly good. I need spells, though, so this is a creature and a spell. We're kind of looking to do like blue-red spells things. This fits right into that, but gives me yet another 4-drop, which is not really what I'm in the market for. But I think if I prioritize spells, even if they don't do much from here, I can get something going. So we're building a blue-red spells deck and have 1 spell so far. It's okay, don't panic. There's plenty of do-nothing spells in blue-red. Like if I have to play it, Goblin Gathering could certainly get that to work. This is, if you think about it, a bad dragon fodder, right? Yeah, we're doing a Chaos draft right now. What do I want for blocking? Embercat or a Metropolis Sprite? I also don't hate a Reckless Airstrike for the sideboard, but I think generally this is a better card. Don't forget to bring a towel. If we got to play that, we got to play it. It's fine. I really want to prioritize garbage do-nothing spells like Opt. That was a gift. All right, so we're back on our open. We got a Clackbridge Troll, and I think we have to pass it, which I don't particularly care for. And there's not even a garbage do-nothing spell for us. This displeases me. I can still take Frogify, which looks like acceptable adjacent removal. Then if we get the Queen of Ice Actually, there's a lot of things we could wheel here and be pretty happy with. Man, I hate passing that troll. But I do believe I found my lane. I don't think I want to play Hugh Moculus. Yeah, but it's not a spell in the graveyard, which is kind of what I need, right? It's a creature when it's in the graveyard. But if either the Queen or the Secret Keeper wheel, I would play them. They would still work with the Piceratops. I'd also play the Corridor Monitor, and I think be pretty happy with that. My goodness. There's a Roaming Ghost Light, a Rousing Reed. I also want this Opt, believe it or not. But I'm not passing the Ghost Light. Oh yeah, I remember. That's why I quit playing Magic for so long, was because of the Secret Keeper decks. That was not fun. I currently don't really need a Meteorite. But I'm kind of digging where this is going so far. A couple more spell triggers and we can do something. Like, one Opt went all the way around the table. There's a possibility that one at least makes it back to me on the wheel. I wouldn't mind seeing some red-based removal. But that is typically something people value relatively highly in Chaos Draft. Okay, so we've got a counterspell, which I could play. We've got draw 3 cards, which I could play. We've also got Queen of Ice, which I could play. I don't really need more expensive stuff right now. People looking at Queen of Ice may remember that it wasn't particularly good in Eldraine, but it's actually a lot better in Chaos Draft. I think that's probably what I want here. I would like to find some card draw, but I don't really want 5 mana card draw. This is a weird draft. It's been a while since I've done Chaos. I guess that's why it seems a little weird to me. Pitchburn Devils are nice. Frost Breath is nice. This island's pretty cool looking. It looks like blue-white is what's open on this side. But like right now in my air quote spells deck, I have 2 spells. This Piceratops and Cackling Drake are looking pretty crappy. But I guess I don't have to be doing that. I could always take out the Piceratops and still have a pretty reasonable deck. Like, if the Drake's going to be a 1/4 that draws me a card, I'm all right with that. I'm very okay with that. Good old Phase Dolphin. I don't think Hampering Snare is a bad addition for us. We could cycle it for the Drake. We could play it to prevent some damage. I'm not in love with this card, obviously, but it could do some work. The Phase Dolphin could also be an okay blocker. I don't think we're on Ominous Seas, although I do think the card could be fun. I guess you would just take it, put it in the deck. If you have it on turn 1, or turn 2, you play it. If you don't, you cycle it. But I don't have enough card draw to really go nuts on that. What the heck? Let's speculate a little bit. Because I kind of just want like Ops and Divinations from here. Hypothesisal can get the job done. Yeah, that's kind of exactly the droid we're looking for. And it's a spell. And it's fun to say. Hypothesisal. Well, I think it's 2 packs, and we'll see if we wield that other opt. And there's a capture sphere, which is good, but also kind of just not triggering the spell thing. But okay, I guess we'll just have good removal. So currently Pyceratops, well, this is non-creature spells, right? So Hypothesizal and Ominous Seas all trigger that. I forget this isn't Magecraft. So like Frogify works with it, Capture Sphere works with it, the Relentless Advance works with it. That's not too shabby. I could probably use a few more 2s and 3s. It's a 2-mana 2/2 and a 3/2. I mean, those are playable. I did say I was going to need them. Do we want to consider splashing a white card? I don't think I would currently splash for any of this, so we'll just take a Maka. That's also fun to say. Maka, Maka, Maka. All right, and here we were saying we really wanted to wheel the Queen of Ice, and we didn't. But there's still a lot of good blue and red cards here. I think I'm going to take the Tome Raider, as it gives us a body. It can potentially trigger the Ominous Seas. We need stuff to do with 3 mana. I'd still like a few more spells. Like, I'd feel better if we had, like, 2 Incinerates or something. But we currently don't. I also wouldn't mind a blue-red duel. Okay, we wheeled the Opt, which is good. I wanted that. Because, like, I'm probably able to sneak away with 16 lands with 2 Opts. Evening Tommy. And we spun the 5-mana card draw spell, too, so why not? I think Opt's actually amazing for this deck. Or at least it could be. We might end up playing a Prismite. If I need more 2s, and we still got another pack. There was some possibility that we were going to play a Hampering Snare. I'm not opposed to that. And maybe we want to splash a black card, because we could totally do that with the Meteorite and the Dimir Guildgate. Oop. Okay, what do we open? Exactly what I've been asking for. Some red burn. That's what we've wanted the whole time, and we got it. I'd love to play a Meteor Golem too, and I think that's probably arguably even better. But this deck needs spells. It needs removal. It needs interaction. It's realistically, I don't think I'm playing this Visitation, and I kind of hope... Well, actually, I'm pretty happy with the rest of it. We're not really looking to ramp. So I want Lightning Strike. I've been complaining I didn't have any interaction. Like, I didn't have any red burn. I want red burn. I don't think I've seen a Strixhaven pack appear in any of the Chaos drafts we've done, which is unusual. This seems like a weird Ixalan Ravnica horse set. Oh, yeah. Good old Kaldheim. I forgot about Kaldheim. So Frostbite is essentially Shock. Behold the Multiverse seems pretty cool too. But Behold works with the Ominous Seas and all of the spell things. I think I want Behold the Multiverse here a lot. I think we're pretty happy to have Behold the Multiverse here. Might we'll depart the realm? We might. I'd be thrilled if we did. Kind of random how the packs break, because it does feel a bit like a core set draft. What have we got here? Demon Bolt seems not too bad to me. We were looking for blue and red spells. Now we kind of got them. I think I could end up playing Magda too. I'm probably not going to have to play this Happening Snare, because this deck is actually looking pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with what's happening here. We're getting our removal suite together. We're getting enough spells that we can expect the Drake and the Piceratops to actually do something. Demon, I see what you did there, Dave. I didn't catch it, but thank you. All right, we've got an Omen Speaker, which I think is what I want. Sky Scanner would certainly be welcome, but I want to make sure our early game is covered. Somebody's going to be doing something aggressive. Let's be prepared for that. And we've got room for potentially 2 more cards, depending on if we want to cheat on land with these opts, which I may or may not want to do. Cancel also seems like it's probably fine. Dave has been setting up some at night in my Discord, and you're still welcome to use the viewer draft area to do that, Dave. Do I want another Frogify? That could be a time if you want to play but aren't able to because of the timing, you could do it there. I think there's a possibility I play 2 Frogifies. I'm not like guaranteed to, but I could. And I think next week I want to do a core set draft where you draft 2019, 2020, and 2021. Because that was super bloody fun when they had it up as a format. But I was sick that week, so I think I got to do like 6 of them. But I wanted to do 500 of them. I don't know what any of these cards do. This lets me rummage when I play a Scathed Zombie. This creates a Satyr token, and I can escape with it. That's marginally interesting. I don't really think I want any of these. What does this do? It kind of gets you more mana than you're really ever going to need. Huh. Would have to be something we could play out on Arena. Damage to 3 target creatures they can't block. Counter target spell scry 2. I could probably actually play this, because I'm not particularly excited about the Elite Instructor. Yeah, we'll just make like a pile of cards that we're maybe about. Yeah, that's also an experience that's like incredibly expensive and only available in paper. How did Arlen go all the way around the table? That seems kind of crazy to me. I don't think I need another Relentless Advance, although I could probably play it. Bind Blast sort of works with what we're doing. And it's a little late for me to just grab that. I could, in theory, play another Relentless Advance, because it does do good stuff with my things. And if I ever get 2 of them, I build a 6/6, which I guess is sort of okay. But I think I'd rather have access to the Bind Blast, because I think our last couple of cards are going to be a little weak. Okay, so choice here between a Wall of Mists and a cancel. I could also consider Tormenting Voice. Tormenting Voice is pretty interesting with the Ominous Seas, potentially. And as a spell. I'll play a Tormenting Voice. I've already got a counterspell down there. I don't think we really need any of this. Although I could see playing the Bergstrider as a tempo play. I think I'm on board with trying to make Ominous Seas work here, and I think I'm close adjacent to it. And I think I want to go 16 lands with the 2 opts. Yeah, I certainly do now. Boop. We could also at this point consider just cutting the Goblin Gathering, because it is kind of a do-nothing spell, and it's not particularly good. I could also I should probably cut Pitchburn Devils. That's not what I'm looking to win with, and maybe just play a cancel. If I could trade this in for a blue 2-drop, I think we're perfect. I also don't think I can do that, but whatever. We could play a colorless 2-drop instead. Done. I don't need any of this. Okay, that kind of worked out. Blue-red sort of spells. Let's get this into Arena and see what we can do with it. I think this is actually Chaos Draft 49 for us. What mythic does it want to craft for me? Sage of Mysteries? I'm never going to play that. Get out of my deck. Let's get styling, yo. This looks pretty good to me. I think I like 9-8 better than 10-6. Yeah, I didn't play through Theros. It's going to take a minute for me to get these lands sorted. I'm not sure why it gets so incredibly laggy in this screen, but it really does. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I need one more cut? I could probably find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't need one more cut. We were planning on 16 lands and using the 2 ops to try to find them. I could also just cut the cancel. Yeah, I might rather just do that. Because missing land drops can be kind of brutal, and I've got enough card draw, I just don't need to be greedy. Let's do that instead. All right, so my deck is ready. I'm going to pause the YouTube recording. Welcome back, YouTubers. After absolutely no hiccups, we are starting our first round. This'll work. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. The direct challenges are also pretty laggy. I don't really care for that. Alright, let's not take the damage from this, because why would you? I think I'm pretty happy just getting my goblins gathered. I may need a demon bolt. And then I'll still have Opt up, and we can Drake and have it be big enough to actually kill that. Five, 3 trample, okay. If I can hit a land, we'll just bounce it. Sold. Let's take a land. I'd like to get that in play too, but I have plans going forward. We're going to be fine. Ghost Light was and is so good. All right, so I'm probably going to take a hit from a Dread Maw. That might be worth getting Ominous Seas going. And I may have to gang block it. I've got a couple enchantment-based removals that could take care of it, but I don't have them right now. I'm a little bit nervous about blocking with combat tricks being what they are and all. Wow. That's not very nice. Nope, both of them. There you go. Blade Warden ain't a bad one. I don't want to draw lands. I have enough of them. Let's see if I could get him nervous about that, but it would appear not. And that's kind of what you're for, is to make me not take damage. Triceratops? Not right this second, thank you. Don't really need the Sorcerer's Broom either. I might want that, though. I think we're doing all right. Loses all abilities, huh? It's interesting. Well, let's attack first. Because I think we certainly want to do that. Depending on how he blocks, we might get a lot of value out of this hypothesis. Or we could just do this. That works. It's working. Dempsey's getting omnomnominous. This is potentially really bad for me. Oh, no, it's not. Everything is fine. That's one other way to do it, Wallet. I think we're getting close to winning here. Yeah, this kind of works. That one. And now the board state is ours. Only 5 cards left, so we don't need to draw anymore. My favorite way to do chaos drafts is to have everybody bring the packs that they want to. What is this? That's weird, man. Yeah, the frames are really bad. I'm not entirely sure why. Like, that's one thing I think Arena could do that would be real nice. Because this is clunky. So he's playing some expensive cards in here. Not necessarily bad ones, just expensive ones. But it's mostly about big ground beaters that are going to try to kill me. That could make something like a memory drain or a cancel pretty good. No 1 toughness creatures for Bind Blast, so we're not too worried about that. I think I'd rather have cancel than the Goblin Gathering, which some people talked about during deck construction, and I think they were probably right. I don't know where it is. I had one. Where did it go? Arena, please. Okay, I guess I don't want the cancel. The laggy client somehow got it out of my packs. Didn't we have a cancel? I was pretty sure I had a cancel. I must have cut it but not put it in my sideboard. That's what I did. Yeah, okay. Well, that means I could play Memory Drain, but that's significantly worse. Okay, I guess we'll just keep it then. Yeah, I need to add that back in. You're correct. I clicked it out rather than moving it to the sideboard, so that's on me, not the client. I won't give them too much grief for that. It's pretty good if I can get 1 blue. But I may not be able to get 1 blue. I think this deck is strong enough that I should mulligan and see if we can actually hit blue. And this looks like a sort of reasonable plan. I'll probably want to capture Sphere eventually. Yeah, I should probably just take it, because, like, he does have expensive stuff in that deck, too. I'd really like something I could play and block this turn, but that's just not where we're at. Two, 4, and a card seems pretty good right now. Looks like it is pretty good. I mean, sold. Seems fine to me. Almost ready to start attacking. Problem is we know he's got that Gideon's Herpaderp, so as soon as I attack with this, there's a possibility that it just dies. But I don't think this is a reasonable kill condition for me. What's up, Ishtari? But it's also kind of all I've got right now. Yeah, we kind of suspected there was a Gideon's Herpaderp. This is a pseudo fill-in for Gideon's Herpaderp. Rock's Oracle's pretty good. You might say it rocks. Meh, 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 meh. The sprite's okay. I don't really need the queen right now. I mean, demanding meows do indeed happen. Goblin Gathering proving its worth. Or not. Or so. I will have to get to a way to kill him eventually. But I think we're on our way there. Yeah, dude, Scarab God's really good. In any format where it is available. Don't really have great attacks, but I eventually will. Kind of sucks to have cast all the spells and then play the Piceratops. What have we got coming up? Ominous Seas into Tormenting Voice. I mean, I wouldn't say that's ideal, but it's a plan. They both grow the pie. May not have enough time to play it, though. I may just have to cycle through it. 'Cause the question is, can I kill him this turn? If I play it, I'd be looking at blocking this and getting pretty blown out by a removal spell. There's not a whole lot he could have left. I could also cycle into the Tormenting Voice, play it, and if I hit a spell, they would block the 3 power, block the 3/4, and soak it. So they'd be taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to play it and try to block. Which sucks. I don't want to trade off all my pressure, but I may have to. Oh, that's not what we're doing. Okay, cool. So what happens if I attack with the Piceratops here? Because I do need to close this game out before we run out of cards. We've got 7 left. One option would be to lightning strike this and then attack with the 2 flyers. And I don't hate that. That would get me in for 3. Yeah, I think I might be on board with that. It does kind of become a problem here. But I don't think it was going to be less of a problem otherwise. Man, if that thing didn't have vigilance, it'd be in business, but it does. Boom! Oh! Alright, so I need to soak at least 6 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can double block. I don't really know what we draw from here. If he swings team, I'm dead. He has to know that he can do that. I mean, also may just have something that kills me, but this is the only thing I can do to draw another card. Yep, that's not going to do it. Alright, so what if we take out the Goblin Gathering for the Frogify? I think that could get the work done that we need. Although, to be fair, I kind of still want this counterspell. It's probably better than Relentless Advance, which has not super impressed me. He's got some expensive stuff to cancel. This is a pretty good start. should be able to hit a land off of 2 cards. That sucks to bottom both of them, but whatevs. Did not hit a land off of 2 cards. I don't really care for that. I guess with the capture sphere in hand, I don't have to worry about the big stuff so much. All right, let's start the beats. Cats, cats, cats. What do I not need? Probably this Omen speaker. Everybody grab a leg! All right, we got there. And don't worry, YouTube viewers. I'm going to make sure you get to see the Stream Raiders battle because I know that that's important to you guys and gals. As it should be. We've got these dinosaurs to defend. It's important. This one takes a while because you have to wait for these eggs to hatch at the bottom. It may break through to that dinosaur up there, though. That could be potentially bad. We don't want the dinosaurs to die. But it's okay. Stream Raiders is kind of like a passive RPG. You place units, we kill things, we get loot. Sometimes we lose. Techno Shaman with the kills, Petrus with the assists, rewards for Sigma's, Scar, Petrus, Nexus, and Balsturm. Nice. All right, we will do a YouTube pause and I'll get the next round organized. All right, we're back for round 2 against Techno Shaman, who I'm going to guess is playing Gruul aggro because I have done chaos drafts with Techno Shaman before and I know how he thinks. Not Gruul. This is confusing. I was basically sure he was going to be on Gruul. The stream is not lagging. The client is lagging a lot. Okay. It does this every time we do direct challenges. So like if you look at my face, I'm probably not lagging very much. Okay, it was at least an aggro deck, so I was correct about that. I'm going to need to hit some land drops for this to work. Yeah, well, there you go. There's my land drops. So this would let me next turn cast Neheb and the Demon Bolt, which I think will clean this up nicely. I hope it will. We want Neheb for blocking and Demon Bolt for surprises. I still think Karavak should have been a Planeswalker. This is good enough for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I suppose I put that in the deck because I wanted it to be in the graveyard, so that works. I forgot I got to scry. Lightning Strike should be decent. Yeah, again, I apologize, stream viewers and YouTubers, for how laggy this is. He's got some aggressive stuff going on here. I don't much care for it. Because this thing, I mentioned the Sorcerer of the Fang in the draft portion, that it could very well kill you. And it certainly can. Does this do anything else? Oh, it adds mana and pumps your team. I don't particularly want to just draw a card and discard a card. But I suppose there's still no reason not to attack. I've got good blocks. I can just decline. Ominous Seas isn't exactly what I want right now. Although there's a world where we can try to just block to death. And there's a lot of card draw left in the deck. I'm just really concerned about like trying to double block and having a removal spell pop up. That could be really bad. But this was the plan of the deck. I think we go for it. I really don't want to double block this. I kind of think I have to. Oh god, this is scary. Don't kill my guys. Don't have a thing. Just let them trade. This is bloody terrifying. So if they don't block, they kind of have to block here or I get an 8/8. Does this thing get menace? No, it just gets trample. Yeah, they kind of have to trade these. We're playing a Chaos draft currently. With stream viewers. Everybody grab a leg! We set those up on Fridays in my Discord. I think next week we're going to do a core set draft. All right, so he is very aggressive. Mostly mono black. Looks like splashing for a warmonger. Mind brought main deck. This is scurry. So I kind of want anything that will help me out in the early game if possible. So we could consider. So let's look at the threats and evaluate what we actually need versus what I think we need. Why is you guys see a necklace hanging on the or like a tie hanging on this rat? What the heck is that? Arena, please. I don't know what the heck that is. Okay, so at the end of the day, I don't want any X1s in the deck because Karavek is just going to kill those immediately. We'd like to take out all of the X1s and make sure that we're not playing any of those, and then play things that could conceivably interact or block in the early game. Did he have any X1s? I think I saw at least the bat. There's the bat, there's the rat, and there's potentially Karavek of his own, so Bind Blast starts to get quite interesting here. And I may just need to jam the other Frogify. Which is not really wonderful. I don't know that I could cast the Maka on time, and I don't know that it actually blocks anything I care about. I was thinking about it, but like, we're not that heavy red. And most of the stuff that I was needing to block, it wasn't that interactive with. Sure. Those cards in that order seem pretty good to me. Whenever it becomes blocked. Okay. So do I need to take that out? Probably. Because then I can Ominous Seize and opt into Drake. You a frog. Get froggy with it. Boop. Actually, yeah, let's draw both of those. Never thought Ominous Seas would be this good in Chaos Draft, but it is getting the job done. All right, YouTube, we'll be back for the finals. Alrighty, YouTubers, we are back for the finals. And if you're watching on YouTube and you've gotten this far, you must really like Chaos Drafts. If you would like to see more viewer drafts on the YouTube, tell me in the comments, like the video. Because I kind of stopped posting them to YouTube. Well, to be honest, for two reasons. I forgot how to pause the recordings, but I've now remembered. But also, it didn't seem like a bunch of people was wanting to watch them. I mean, we're basically looking for non-land at this point. And now we're closer to one. I like the Piceratops, and I also like the spell to go with the Piceratops. The problem is I can't cast either of them next turn, and I need something to stabilize me a little faster, so they got to go to the bottom. How long have you been off? A couple of weeks. Thanks for the host, Magic. Much appreciated. I want to do 2 every Friday. That's my goal. I don't have another one scheduled for today. This is the first time we were trying it. But I'm going to try to set up one for next Friday morning. And if that one fills up, then I can try to do one Friday afternoon as well. I want all of them, but it's hard to click. These both seem pretty good. Oh. I was using that. I guess I'll just have to let it go. I will kill you with crappy little creatures if I have to. I guess I could be doing more damage, but I'm not, because I'm thinking about what we're going to draft next week. But maybe that'll just make it look like I've forgotten what my cards do. Yar! I feel like we're going to be all right. Anybody I want to throw away just to cycle through this card? I don't think this Omen Keeper's doing me any good anymore. Not sure why they let me get the attack trigger on it, but I like it. Yeah, those both seem pretty good. I don't need a Goblin Gathering currently. Get over there. Only 5 cards left, so we're probably done drawing. So we've got another aggro deck on our hands. Similar to the one we played against with Techno Shaman, but heavier on the X ones. Well, not quite. There's enough that I think I'd be happier having the Bind Blast. The issue is the Goblin Gathering does actually block multiple things. Relentless Advance looks pretty bad, and frankly looked pretty bad in the main. So it's a question of whether I want Bind Blast or another Frogify. I think based on what I've seen, I'd rather have the Bind Blast. I also think, given that there's no way for me to sacrifice anything here, the Pestermite is just better than the Sorcerer's Broom. It's unlikely to come up that I actually need either one of them. Like, they're mainly just here to try to trade with crappy 2-drops. You know, I haven't had that much trouble hitting red. Maybe we can actually try out the Maca over the Pestermite. Watch me not have red mana this time, but... yeah, no red mana. We figured this would happen. But that's okay. Opt will find us red mana. Everybody grab a leg! We're in the finals then, Garth. See, told you it would find us red mana. Find us a bunch of red mana. Yeah, those both look pretty good to me. Neheb is quite the combo with Ominous Seas. We were going to almost have our 8-8 ready to go there, but that one kind of got ranched. So there you go, YouTubers. That is a Chaos Draft. I think they're a lot of fun, and it's a good way to get to play with the community and kind of play with my people. Yeah, Cardboard Live doesn't work in direct matches, which is the only downside of doing those. But YouTubers, I appreciate you guys and gals tuning in. Don't worry, I'll do the last Stream Raiders battle. If you were watching the stream live, you could have gotten to play in that draft with us, and it would have been great. So come by the stream sometime at twitch.tv/Semulin. Chat, you've got until the end of this Stream Raiders battle to say goodbye to YouTube. So make sure you get your farewells in. Funny, Ominous Seas is almost better in Chaos Draft than it was in Ikoria because the format's slower. Go figure. Ethan with the kills, Falco with the assists, rewards for Yak, Cosmere, Balstrom, Nexus, Allens. And we'll see you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.